welcome, you can do it. We've got a problem here with the Quickmill 3050 espresso machine. So basically, once we switch it on, if we turn it on here, look, do like that. So I'm just trying to get I've got an empty portafilter here, look. There's no water comes out. Nothing comes out. It's on. We've got a full thing of water. So basically, it's just not producing enough pressure or anything to push through the coffee. But there's no coffee in here, and it still won't push through. So what we're going to do today is try and find out what this problem is. And as you can see, the pressure's building, but it just that's about as far as it goes. So we've got no water coming through. Okay, so let's get cracking on this. Okay, so disconnect it from the mains. So take your mains cable out the back here. So you've got no pages. So we'll just undo these screws. There's a screw there, screw there, screw there, which I've done. I've taken those out, and now what we can do is take the lid off. Okay, so this is the pump. Once that's plugged in, I've turned that on, and this is vibrating like crazy. It doesn't look like there's any fluid coming through here. So what we can do is we can do a test on this. So what I'm going to basically do to fault find this is we're just going to go through and check everything out. So if what we do now, if I plug it in, so now if I turn my machine on, and let's just try, do a call. So this pump here, it's not really sucking up any water. Alright, so what the plan is, I'm going to disconnect this pipe here and just see then if it just spurts water. But obviously this is all full of electrics, so you've got to be really careful here. So what I'm going to do is undo that, turn the thing off, disconnect the cable so there's no power here, look, and I've already loosened that, but we'll undo this one here. There we are. That pipe comes off there. Right, so what we can do is put a little bit of a tissue down there, like that. So look, that pump is there. Now I've checked across there, you've got 240 volts, and this is the positive, and this is the neutral. The blue's the neutral. So if we've got that like that, if I just get I'm going to put a bowl there like that and turn that on and see what happens. So now if I go and plug that back in again, I've got it on, a demand for the pump. Turn that on, look. So look, we've got a bit of water coming out of that. Not a lot though, is there? Now if I put my finger over it, there's no pressure. Right, turn that off. Okay, so there's no pressure. So basically the pump is not working properly. So I don't know whether it's got rubber seals in it. So my plan now is to take out this pump, and we'll take it apart and see what it is. So make sure it's all turned off again. Make sure you've unplugged it. All right. So now what we need to do is take these two off, and there's two screws, one there and the back, and I'll disconnect this one here. We'll take the whole pump out. Okay, yep. So we've got the pump out. So there's just one screw there, one screw there. And you obviously have to disconnect that pipe there. Look. So here's the pump here. Just there's a screw there and a screw, so make sure you just don't lose them. So take them out. That's one off. And I can take this one off here. So we'll put those aside. Stick them there. So we've got the pump here now. So what I'm going to try and do now is we're going to just disassemble this pump. Okay, so you take this off that back end. You take that off, which allows then this to move in and out. Yeah, I've undone those two bolts there, which was connecting the pump to there, look. And then if you can see, look, you've got like, I don't know if that's focusing in there. No, it's not. You've got like, basically, you can push that in and then twist it. So I'm gonna have to hold that end, push this in and then twist, and this should all come apart. So that comes apart after you see there were little lugs there that they go in there. So you have to push and push it to there and it pulls apart. So this is gonna sort of take the whole thing, take that out. Now, yeah, there's a spring in there. I just think there's just a spring. Yeah, that's fine. So what we'll do is, because we know that actually works at the moment, there's a rubber ring there for a seal, but that wasn't leaking, so it's going to be in this bit here that's going to be the problem. So let me just tidy this up and I'll be back. All right, so that seal there is just a seal that goes up and seals between that lip and that. Now that wasn't leaking water, so that's not a problem. But if you do this, look, I can see here, if I actually go and get my tripod or something set up, but look, this comes out. So that's come out like that. Look, there's no seals there, just that one that seals. Look, if you look down there, look, you can straight through it, so that's not blocked. But if you look down here, look, there's a seal there. That looks a bit flat to me. And that's an internal seal. So what I'm going to try and do is find another O-ring that size, and I'll replace that and we'll put it back and see if that makes any difference. And if it does, then we're in the right area. Okay, just a tiny little ball in the end there. So you've got to be careful that you don't lose that. That's a little ball. So that's that O-ring I've got. Look, it's completely flat. Completely not working at all. So I'm going to go into my little toolbox and try and find myself an O-ring that will fit that, and I'll put it back together and we'll just see if it makes any difference. Okay, I went down to the farm shop. I got nothing the right size. I went down the farm shop and I've got a couple of those, and they seem to fit perfectly in there. And in the meantime, what I've done is I've ordered a new pump. I've done a whole new pump off Amazon, plus a little kit which includes this seal and a new plastic ball. But anyway, we're going to see if we can fix this with just that was 20 cents for two. So let's just see if that works. So I'm now going to put that back together again. So remember, you must have the ball on the end there. Yeah, and then I will put this back together again. All right, I've just tried something. So basically I've put the seal on there, that on there, the new seal over there, like that. And then I can push the ball bearings in, the little ball is in there. I'll push it all together now. All right, that went in there. You can definitely feel it's harder with that new seal in there. So that's good. And then I'm just going to screw that back on there. So that's now all together. That's tight there. Remember to put this one here on the back, right? And make sure that you get those terminals there and that at the top. This can move anyway. So but that's a lot tighter. So I actually have a feeling that might produce a working pump. So let's go and put that back in the machine. Right, I've screwed that in there. So you've got that screw down there and that screw down there. It's a little bit fiddly at the back there, but you can get it. I found it's best to put the screws in and hold them down with the screwdriver and then locate them. Okay, so you remember you're going to need to connect that up at the back there. And interestingly, the new pumps that you order, I've found, don't seem to have a bent connector there. They just come straight out there. So you'd have to sort of stick the pipe on like that. But this is the original, so we can put it on like that. That's just no pressure in that because that's just obviously sucking up the thing. Now you've got to just check that you might not have. Yeah, look, you see, you've pulled this up high here, so you need to pull that back down. Look, it's about the same mark. Okay, that's good. That's in there. Obviously, make sure it's not plugged in. Make sure we put these back. Now the blue, from what I remember yesterday, I've got a picture which I'll go and check. Goes on that, and the white goes on there. But let me just check with my picture which I took, and then we will see. We need a 10mm spanner to put that back on there. Tighten that up. It's going to be quite interesting. If this works, it's going to be a result. So like a 20 cents fix. Or I've got a new. So we just tighten that up. There we are. So that's tight. Yeah. So that's a great thing about these. Look, I mean, they're fairly easy. I mean, you can either replace that, replace this, you exchange your heater here, or this here. So it's all very easy to change, unlike the new plastic stuff, or you call it your new PCB board there. Okay, so let me go and try. I'm going to go and plug this in, and we'll see how we get on. Yeah, I've checked with the photo from when I took it apart. That is the blue on that side, and there. But I don't think it actually will make any difference. But yeah, still. Okay, so I think we turned it on. Yeah, we have power. Got a full tank of water. So now let's just see if we put. It's going to take time to warm up, isn't it? Let's see what happens now if I turn on. Oh, that didn't work. Should have been working. Right, look, I've turned it on. The pump is not, when I do this, the pump's not coming on. I've checked it with my voltmeter. There's 240 volts there, and the pump hums. So basically, I think the pump's just knackered because it hasn't got enough power to actually work properly. And that actually fits, because over the time, what's been happening, it's taking longer and longer and longer for the actual coffee to come through the portafilter. You know, before it used to be like 5 seconds or 4 seconds, and now it was like sometimes 10, 15 seconds you're waiting before the water comes through. So I just think basically it's an old pump, and looking at the side of it, it says 2013. So let's wait. The new pump comes today, and we see how we get on with that. Good old Amazon's arrived. I think there, look, we've got a new pump. The only difference is that it's a input there rather than at the side, but that's not a problem. And then this is €5 worth of a new seal and a new ball. Now what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to take the old one, and I'm going to put that seal and that in, and we'll just see if that works. Because I think that's the new seal I've put in there. I think it's not the right size, and it's just it grips around the plunger too tight, so that because these are vibration pumps. So yeah, let me just change that and that in there. You know how to do that, so you don't want to video it. I'll put those and those in there, and we'll see how we get on. That's they're the seals that I bought to put in, and that is the seal that comes in the kit. So that seal is obviously far too big, so I reckon the pump will work fine once I put the right seal in it. Okay, so I've used my verniers to measure that, and basically that's 2mm thick, 5mm ID, 9mm OD, obviously. So that one is far too thick, which is why it's probably pinching that up too much and it's not running. So I'm going to quickly pop those two in. Back in a minute. Okay, I've plugged that in there. Hold it in my hand. I'll turn it on. Obviously, twist it your own. So that works. So I'm going to now install all that and just see if I can get the pressure out of it. Okay, so I've just put some of this is decaffeinated. I'm making one from a decaffeinated, so that's already been pre-ground. So we'll just put it on the tamper. See if that goes up there. That fits in there fine. Okay, let me get the cup underneath there. Bear in mind, this wouldn't do anything before. Just sit and hum, so let's have a look. So she's on. It's going to take a bit of time for it to fill the pipes up probably, so. Oh yeah, look, I've got pressure. Oh yeah, look at that. See, look, that's going right up to 10 bar now, so I just put a little bit too much in it just to check. Lovely. So that's working fine. With this model, the only way to control the pressure is basically by how much coffee you put in here. So if I fill that right up, or use a finer grind, then the pressure goes up. So that's it. So I think we've done it. So all I've got to do now is put my lid back on there. So that just shows you how to sort out an espresso machine that won't produce the pressure. So if it's just making a noise and nothing's happened, no water's coming out. I mean, people said to me it could be blocked with, you need to descale it, but that wasn't the problem. It was a case of the pump, which is usually what happens. These pumps are in loads of different machines, which is why I've titled this as a pump video rather than the particularly Quickmill or both together, because this pump is in lots and lots of different coffee machines. It's a standard sort of vibration, high pressure water pump. So hope this video has helped. So this means I can either send this back or I'll keep it as a spare, but very rarely does the actual pump itself fail. It's always that seal in there, but I'll keep this just in case as a spare. If I get another machine or whatever, I can use that as a spare. Okay, so this thing with this, you get the O-ring. That's the old ball I've kept. They're just about €5 off the internet, or $5 or whatever. So hope this video has helped. If you like the channel, subscribe. If you've got any questions, send me a comment. Just remember, you can do it.